So guys, basically this is a kind of introduction session with you guys, okay? And in this session, what we will discuss some prerequisites, some basic requirement to set up the labs and other stuff, okay? And I need some basic skills from your side, like some knowledge of Windows or computers or something like that, right? So that kind of topics we will discuss today. And tomorrow, if it is possible, we will continue till labs and practicals, right? So before that, this is a first kind of introduction or induction session that I'm conducting right now. So okay, so as you can see guys, there is a definition of Citrix on your screen, right? So can anyone let me know what is Citrix and how it works in simple words? You can see definition on
Citrix,
your screen. Yeah.
yes, Citrix is the company and it has multiple products, and the most and well-known and popular product is Citrix ZenApp and Citrix Watch ZenApp and Zen Desktop. And now virtual apps and virtual desktop is currently, and we have also Citrix Cloud, which is based on Azure.
Right. So basically, Citrix, it is a company having headquarters in US Florida, and it is most popular for two major product in virtualization. And earlier, like those products were named as GenApp and GenDesktop, but now after the release of version 7.15, they guys renamed their product from GenApp GenDesktop to Citrix Virtual Apps and Virtual Desktop. So now the latest version, whatever you will find on over the internet or over the Citrix site. So the version name is Citrix GenApp and also no sorry Citrix Virtual Apps and Virtual Desktop. So the older name was GenApp and Gen Desktop, but new is Virtual App and Virtual Desktop. Any doubt here, guys? Anyone?
No, clear. It's
Also,
No,
this
sir.
is a basic definition. If you want to explore like more from Citrix, you can Google it. You will get hundred of pages, right? But the important thing that should be remembered is GenApp and Gen Desktop. These are the older application, and the latest release for GenApp and Gen Desktop is Citrix Virtual Apps and Virtual Desktop. And when they have changed their product name after the release of version 7.15, or you can consider 7.xx version. Okay. If someone asks you in simple what is Citrix, so you must be able to answer this like it is a company located in US Florida and popular for the two product in virtualization, which is GenApp and Gen Desktop. Okay. Now
Zen app
coming.
is for application. Which app?
GenApp is it is to publish or deliver the application to the end users, and Gen Desktop is to deliver the entire desktop or VDI to the end users.
Zen, the it is the server operating system from Citrix,
Yes, yes,
but it is more popular for application virtualization.
yes, yes.
Like in ESX, we have Citrix Zen.
Gen. So it is
Yes,
not
thank
that like always mandatory. Like you can publish the entire desktop as well with GenApp, right? But that is not actually designed for that. But yeah, it is generally used to publish application only.
Same in the VMware Horizon.
Whatever, whatever the hypervisor you can use, like in current in current scenario or in current market, if it's comes to the hypervisor in the market, we are having three most popular hypervisor. Can someone let me know the name of the three most popular hypervisors available into the market right now? Anyone?
ESXi,
Mm-hmm.
Hyper-V from
Microsoft.
Microsoft, and
Yeah.
Zen
Citrix
from Citrix.
hypervisor.
There
Yeah.
may be, yes,
So into
there
the
could be
market right
others as
now,
well.
we are having three types of hypervisors. First one is from VMware vSphere client, that is for VMware. Second one is your Citrix hypervisor, that is from Citrix, and third one is your Hyper-V, that is from Microsoft. And apart from that, we have one more hypervisor available, that is actually open source. If you have heard about it, that is XCP-NG. That is open source, means you do not require to have any license for that. You can use it at free of cost. I will guide you how to use hypervisor at free of cost. So in production, you will in some companies you will find Gen server. In some companies you will find your Hyper-V, or in some companies you will find your VMware ESXi. So that doesn't matter. hypervisor, you can use any hypervisor. Okay. Anyone let me know how many types of hypervisors are there in market?
Two types, type 1, type 2,
What is
bare
that?
metal and the host based.
What is bare metal?
Bare metal, you actually buy a physical server like from Dell, HP, on which you directly install ESX, the server of hypervisor. On top of the hypervisor, we power on the virtual machines. The other one is we have the physical server on which you install Windows Server operating system, and on top of which we power on virtual machines. So here there is a dependency of a virtual operating system.
So what is the difference?
One is directly you have only the ESX, the hypervisor operating system when installed. The other one is you have Windows Server operating system on top of which we have virtual machines installed, or there is a dependency of a layer of operating system in case there is a any issue on the operating system. So you also lose the access, the downtime of all the hundreds of virtual machines running on the host operating system.
Okay, so in simple words, what I can say, like whenever we are installing hypervisor as an operating system directly on the physical hardware, that is type 1 or bare metal, right? And whenever you are installing hypervisor as an application, means to install any application, one OS layer is required, that is operating system, right? So, and that is known as type 2 hypervisor. So let me show you guys. So this is my laptop, right? In my laptop, I am having some Windows 11 running right now, right? And in my Windows 11, I am having, I have installed this one, VMware Workstation Pro. So what is that? This is type 2. Why? Because to install VMware Workstation Pro, one operating system, it should be required, right? Without any operating system, I cannot install that product. Any doubt here, guys? And that is a free version. What you can see, I installed here. Like this is my hypervisor, not this one. This is I was testing something, but that is XCPNG. That is open source hypervisor from XCPNG. So right now it is not required. So let me power it off. Okay, guys. Coming to the working and key component in Citrix. So anyone have any idea on that part? What you can see here, guys? Just try to explain in your own words. Means if you are getting it wrong, I am here. Do not worry for that part. Anyone is trying?
Yeah, I understand this. This is current environment we have in our office, sorry, in our
Start from
organization.
the left hand side. Here. Start from left hand side. Try it, man. We are colleagues only. Okay.
It's architecture, Citrix architecture, right?
Yes, yes.
It's work. Actually, it's going users applications to one device, one day into end users without fail any applications to successfully send to the end users, right?
Okay.
I'll give it a try. On the left hand side, you see user Citrix
Guys,
devices.
Guys, I'm getting one call on my cell phone, please. Hello.
Okay.
Layers, user layers.
Yeah, guys, sorry for interrupt. Yeah, please. Who was this? Ramesh. Yeah, please continue. Ramesh? If you are,
Mahesh.
yeah. Yes, Ramesh.
Use by using the Citrix workspace, we have to applications and desktops to the end users
Mm-hmm.
without any interruptions to successfully they have to use
Mm-hmm.
they without any what you call successfully we have to use applications and desktops
Mm-hmm.
anywhere, any place and anywhere,
Okay, so let
low
me
cost.
continue. Yeah, okay. So
I'll
let
give it. I just give it 1 minute.
yeah, please,
I'll
please.
just give it my try.
Yeah.
On the left hand side, if she uses devices and Citrix
Mm-hmm.
Workspace app is what is the install on
Mm-hmm.
the client machine. It could be a laptop. It could be
Yes,
a
yes. This is
ThinkPad
an
as
end user
well.
device. It could be anything,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. And then the Citrix gateway is the web-based URL, which when
Mm-hmm.
you is a point of entry of username, password, credentials, and to log into the Citrix environment,
Mm-hmm.
the storefront or the landing page. And then
Yeah.
the studio director license server, these come under the key components of the setting up the Citrix infrastructure. It could be Xenap or Zen desktop. In the
Right.
back end, we have the server
Mm-hmm.
VDA virtual desktop agents and the desktop VDA. These are the agents installed on the
Mm-hmm.
Citrix server.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start from left hand side, guys. So when you are working as a Citrix administrator, right? So on left hand part, you have nothing to do. You just have to guide your local IT team to install one web browser, that could be a Google Chrome, Firefox, or Microsoft Edge, whatever it is, along with one application which is known as Citrix Workspace, right? And the right hand side, this part, this is your data center actually. In your data center, these all are the servers which are hosted. And whenever any user open the web browser, user must have to enter some storefront URL, that is abc or www.xyz.com, whatever it is, right? So once user enter that URL, so it will hit the landing page or web page, which is known as the storefront. And once user reach the storefront, it will ask the end user to enter or to provide some credentials like username and password. So once user enters the credentials, after that what will happen, that query directly will go to the delivery controller. And what is delivery controller? It is a mastermind or it is a core component in Citrix data center. It know the role of each and every server. So whenever any query comes regarding the credential validation, so delivery controller knows which server is responsible to validate the credentials. So in every industry, you will find one Active Directory server over there, like every end user data, it should be stored, right? So our Active Directory server will be responsible to validate the credentials. So one, it will get confirmation from Active Directory server like end user credentials are fine or correct. So it will forward the query again to the delivery controller, and delivery controller forward that query to the SQL server. Why? Because it is a database. It will check in database like which application or which desktop or whatever is published to that end user. So it will check it from SQL server, and once it will get the list of the application or desktop from the database, it will forward the query to the hypervisor to turn on those virtual machines. And after that, it will forward the query to the storefront. And on the next page, once user logs in, user will get some tiles on the screen like Windows 10 desktop or application or whatever it is. User will get some icons that we will see in upcoming days with the practicals. And coming to the top part, like studio, director, and license server. And user have nothing to do with these components. Why? These are the components which is used by the Citrix administrator to manage the entire data center operations. Means if you have to create new virtual machine, new machine catalog, whatever you have to create, you can do it from studio. If you have to troubleshoot any end user issues, like if any VDI is not launching, if users are facing some issues while launching the applications, or even if user is not able to connect to the session, so those kind of troubleshooting you can do with the director. And coming to the license server, so basically, license server is something related to the license allotment to the VDI. So that is a separate component, and it is responsible to allocate the license to the virtual machines. Any doubt here, guys, on right hand part?
Sir, our storefront is a web server.
Yeah, you can consider it is as a web server. Basically, it is a landing page or it is a website. It is web server only. Why? Because it is hosted on web server IIS role from Windows Server.
And all these components, delivery controller is on separate VM, or like is it on one machine, or
No, no,
all this?
every component is separate actually. These are the separate servers, and we have to, connect all the servers to a single site, which is known as Citrix site.
Okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
and
9. Mhm.
8, 9. So 9 virtual machines we have to create.
Yeah, we have to create 9 virtual machines, but as we are learning the thing, so what I will do, I will guide you guys to, reduce your hardware utilization. Means what we will do, we will configure like 2 components or 3 components together on the single machine. Otherwise, yeah, your hardware utilization will be more high. So I will guide you how to create data center
No,
with minimal requirements.
but in the production, what is the best practice like?
In the production, you will find separate server for separate component.
Okay, we can't mix like each other like in one server.
No, no. For learning purpose, you can do it, but in production, na, you can't do it. For an
Okay.
example, if director goes down and you have configured director and studio on the same server, right? So in that case, what will happen? Both the components will go down, right?
Yeah.
So in production, you have to configure separate component on the separate server. Okay. But for learning
Okay.
purpose, we will do it on a single machine. That is not an issue. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any
Single
doubt,
machine.
guys? Anyone?
No.
Okay. So in the Citrix, we are having 5 layers. So from your left hand side, that is user layer. So you have nothing to do with that part. That part it will be taken care by your local IT team. Okay. So in a local IT team, you must have to guide them, like what is the current version of Citrix workspace or the Google Chrome, like those kind of application. It should be installed on the end user device. It could be a laptop, could be a desktop, or it could be a mobile device or Android or whatever, iPhone or iPad, whatever it is. Okay. Now coming to the access layer. So in access layer, we are having two major components. First one is your storefront and second one is your NetScaler ADC or Citrix ADC. So why it comes under the access layer? Why? Because these components are responsible to provide the access. Mean these are the gateways for end user. Without them, user will now and never be able to hit your resources, whatever the resources you have hosted here. So in access layer, you will find two components, Citrix NetScaler or ADC or storefront. And in control layer, you will find the servers which are controlling your entire data centers. Means delivery controller is there, domain controller is there. Why? To authenticate the end user credentials or computers account. SQL for database, license server to allocate the licenses, and file server to basically file server. It is a shared storage. Okay, or it is a storage where you have to keep your entire data, like your virtual machines, each and everything, or your vdisks or virtual disks, whatever it is, you have to host on the file server. And into the resource layer, you will find the resources like whatever the application, desktop, or anything you are publishing, URL or whatever it is, it should be hosted on your server operating system in case of Gen app. But in case of Gen desktop, it will not be a server operating system, it will be a desktop operating system. Like, okay guys, what is the difference between server operating system and desktop operating system? Any idea on that part, anyone?
Server is for server is server, and desktop is like for the user base
Ah,
and
yeah,
service for the
desktop is
organization.
desktop. I can answer it simply. Server is server. No,
So
I'm
client and server has server operating system with higher configurations with both the CPU, RAM, and the hard disk as well.
no.
Client,
I can insert 100 GB of RAM in my Windows 10 as well. I can do it.
no. Windows 10 will not support. If you go to systems, the usable will be only 10 of 8 GB, not less 7.7. Anyways, the
In my
client of
current laptop, 16 GB RAM is already there with Windows 11.
Windows 11, is it Pro, Professional, Home edition?
No. That is not the correct answer. I mean, you are trying your best. I can understand. Okay. Okay. So let me guide you guys. Server operating system, it is a multi-session operating system, means multiple users can connect to a server at a single time, okay, parallelly. But in Windows operating, like desktop operating system, only single user can connect at a time. Like in my this laptop, if I, you can find like, so this is my Windows 10 operating system. So as you can see, right now, I am only working on this laptop. If I log or if I can sign out, after that only another user will be able to connect. But in server operating system, multiple users can connect at a time. Are you getting my point?
Yes,
Yes,
understood.
sir.
Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, so in this session, only 1 minute is remaining. So let's take a break for 5 minutes, and I'm sharing new invite to you guys. Okay, within 5 minutes. Is it fine?
Okay, sir.
Yes, it's fine.
Uh, yeah. So just take a tea break, not tea break in the night. Whatever you have to do, do. Okay, and we will connect after 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, guys.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
You stop the recording, it'll save, right?
Recording we will get. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.